Hey everyone, and welcome back for another HellfireComms Patreon Quick Look. I've been very much looking forward to this one, guys. It's only bloody Crash Bandicoot 4, it's about time.
And about time it's been after almost, 10 plus years since the last real Crash Bandicoot game, and much longer than that for one made by, made in the classic style period. So hopefully this ends up being better than the other 4-numbered game featuring an anthropomorphic creature meant to carry on the spirit of the original series, because that one didn't turn out as good as what this one seemed to turn out.
Yeah. Now, this game does continue from where Crash 3 Warped left off. So, you got Neocortex, Entropy will turn up in a second, you got Uka Uka. They're basically stuck in, I think it was the past. Can't really recall right now, but they're just trying to get back home and whatnot right now. Fun fact, though, there is actually a Crash 4 already. I believe that's what Wrath of Cortex was called in Japan, so I guess this is one big retcon right now.
Yeah, because Crash got 4 and 5 in Japan through the next 2 games, so I do have to wonder what Crash 4 is called in Japan. Is it just still Crash 4? It is! Very interesting. So there's literally, 2 games called Crash 4 in Japan.
Did they make him look more cute on the box art, a la the games of yore?
Is he dead?
They did not.
Ah, well, I guess there's more uniformity coming, much like how the PS5 is finally changing the Japanese confirmation button to the cross.
Which, honestly, that's so big for Western gamers, but rip Japanese gamers to get used to that.
A little bit.
Crash? I fear it portends an event of reality-shattering proportions.
Uka is free. No, get on me.
Quickly, we must go.
I like Greg Eagles as Aku Aku. Rip to Mel Winkler.
For sure.
Bless his genetically modified ass. Alright, let's see what we're working with here. You can use the D-pad. You can use the stick and whatnot. That's what I'm going to be using here. Spyro Floaty!
They continue to brush up against each other, but never fully combine.
Yes indeed. Well, outside of those GBA games.
We don't talk about those ones.
Makes me want to slam a TV, so it does. Yeah. Now I'm just going to go into my options just to make sure everything's fine and whatnot. Motion blur is off. Good.
Thank God. I hate motion blur in games.
You're not a fan?
I am not. I just think it looks cheesy. And it's just I don't want to blur my eyes whenever I move the camera slightly.
So tell me a little bit about your history of the games, mate, because I played 1, 2, 3, the original Crash Team Racing, Crash Bash, a little bit of Wrath of Cortex, but I kind of fell off the series after that.
My only experience with Crash is ironically the exact same as what it was with Spyro, which is basically whenever I'd go over to people's houses, they would have Crash 2 specifically on their systems, and they'd let me play it because I was a wee baby and, sit them down with the PlayStation. So I would always play the first couple levels of Crash 2, and that was about it until I got one of those chips that let you just install games on your DS, because my dad thought, hey, never have to buy you a DS game ever again for Christmas. And then I ended up getting some of those Crash games, the DS ones based off of, the Tattoo Crash, which actually play like classic Crash Bandicoot games pretty much, and they were pretty fun.
So now, Tom, if you want a wider look at Crash history, you can always go check out some of Kanikarus's videos, because he's a Crash fanatic as well. I wonder how he's dealing with the final game and whatnot.
I think I saw him put out a tweet saying that he was going to stream it and he wasn't feeling good, so I think he's holding off till he gets a bit better.
Oh, love this animation. This game is made by the people who did the Spyro Reignited trilogy, or the majority of it. Toys for Bob, the Skylanders people.
It's very clear they understand how to make a game that looks cartoony but still high definition. Because sometimes when you go for a cartoony look, it almost feels like it doesn't go all the way and it doesn't use the power of the console. They work really well with trying to make sure that it is a fully powered, real nice looking game.
Well, you may have noticed whenever I jump there's a little yellow circle underneath me. You can turn that off. It's just to help you gauge where you are in space, really.
I don't know why you would turn it off, because it is just super helpful.
Also, I don't think there's like a normal drop shadow, which is a little bit of a weird gameplay decision, but you do you, Toys for Bob.
Well, I think it's because, if you look, the drop shadow is behind you as an actual shadow would be when you jump.
Yeah.
So there's no drop shadow, because that is replacing the gameplay of the drop shadow.
Understandable. Now, I will profess I'm not a Super Crash expert, so expect to see perhaps more deaths than your average Crash run, but I will endeavour to do my best.
Well, it's giving the authentic Crash 4 experience, because from what I hear, this game gets a little difficult closer to the end.
Oh, yeah, I've heard, well, I don't want to say complaints or anything, but, oh yeah, I'm invincible, baby. Sorry, just let me enjoy the Aku Aku just for a sec. Yeah. That's very useful for taking that, so I don't have to bounce on the thing.
Yeah, no, I heard of there was one tweet going around which was pretty funny, which is someone went, when they got the game, they went to the credits to see who the level designer was, just to search them up on Twitter and curse them out, because it is, from what I've heard, some real nasty level design. And I don't mean in a bad way, really. I think it's more just like, this is that classic, like, PS1 era platforming hell sort of stuff.
You know, with this and Oddworld Soulstorm coming out, it's a bit of a PS1 revival.
Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, even with, look at all the, like, the remasters of Crash and Spyro that are already out and all those things. So, it really is. It's like, if you want to play those games, you can just play now the fancy new ones.
Where's the box?
Well, that sucks.
Oh, well, can't say I didn't give it the old college try and whatnot. And there are some pretty bastardy hidden boxes down the line, so get ready to be mad. Gems and skins. Gems unlock skins. Earn gems by breaking crates, getting Wumpa, find hidden gems, and beating levels in 3 lives or less. I believe you can actually unlock skins via the inverted levels later on, which basically slaps a new coat of paint on a level, and I think, like, inverts it horizontally as well. I'm not entirely sure about that.
Yeah, so not only does it flip it horizontally, but then they'll add, like, a shader or some type of effect, like darkness, so that, you know, it changes the level up a little more than go left instead of right.
It's okay, Crash, I'm with you, boy.
So, upon starting up the game, you did select the retro mode, meaning that there are lives. So, if you are not a fan of live systems in games, you can turn that off. And honestly, if I'm going to be real, I probably would, because live systems in games is stupid.
Well, that's your choice, mate. They didn't compromise on the integrity of the level design in the game. They just gave people more accessibility options.
And that's a good thing, because if even looking in the options there's like colorblind, that's a big thing to put in your games. You know, making sure that, or for example, like not relying on auditory stuff without any sort of haptic feedback, because you want to make sure that anyone can play your games, no matter what they're up to.
Interesting that you can double jump onto a box and then double jump again after you bounce.
That might be useful for gameplay.
Indeed. Well, of course it's going to be useful for gameplay. It's not going to be useful for music, is it, Tanner?
Well, no, unless you play through this game with a Guitar Hero controller, which I'm looking forward to one day.
Huh?
Well, you know, like, there's people do all sorts of weird speedruns of games, like the guy who beat Dark Souls with a DDR pad.
Bit weird, but you do you, I suppose.
Hey, for some people, they play games so much that they want to, you know, change it up. Like, I remember one time I had to replay through Sonic 4. I mean, ironic that we're talking about it again. But I said, you know what, I'm going to play it with a fight stick. And I did, and I, for real, had a much more fun time.
Oh, Tanner. What do you like? Easy now, Tom, easy. I'm still a little bit salty about that one box that I missed.
Yeah, because I was keeping my eyes open, because, you know, you want to make sure you get all those boxes for those sweet, sweet cosmetics. And I'm going to be real, I didn't see it, so maybe it's one of those ones where it's like, take a blind jump off the left pier or something.
Oh, bloody hell. Now, since my capture card is like half a second behind, I have to use visual cues for these rather than audio, which is for the best, I suppose.
And there is no, you know, Mario Galaxy, you know, tick, tick, click stuff going on.
I'm scared, Tanner. I hesitated. Don't hesitate in Crash Bandicoot.
No, you need to make sure you commit to the bit.
There you go, over there. Yes!
Wait for it to blow up. Don't go there before it blows up.
The first of the quantum masks, Lani Loli.
I don't like that name.
Well, I mean, it could be worse. It could be Lani Loli.
Well, that's how it's spelt, which is every time I saw it written down, I'd go, oof, don't like that.
Huh? Yeah, I think it's running time. See ya.
A little bit more threatening than a polar bear, I'd say.
Just a smidge, yeah. Oh, there's a hidden gem there. Mine.
You know, it's nice they actually give that little, like, force field behind showing the exact hitbox of the where he is. Because otherwise, I would look at that and go, I don't actually know where his hitbox is, which is nice.
Get them boxes, boy. Ah.
You know what? Shoutouts to the widescreen of this game actually making these sections a bit easier, too.
Uh-huh. Under there. Slide under there. Get a box.
Whoa, that's a bit close!
I did it!
That was definitely the intended thing with those boxes at the end there, for him to just get just as close as possible.
Mwah, bellissimo!
You got big horn energy.
Well, alright then. God, I just love the animations in this game.
Oh, they're so good. They have the stretch and squish, which makes for good animation.
No way. Not in a million years.
You're floating. What does it matter to you?
It's fine, don't worry about it.
Get him off.
Crash, who is that?
Lani Loli? If the quantum masks have returned...
It's really hard to not hit Grim, I have to say.
How's it go?
Yeah, no, for me it's the MGS2. I think it's the DARPA chief is who he was. Not the DARPA chief, one of the military guys, but he does the exact same voice.
And it's funny because this is actually a Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy reunion, because that's Richard Horvitz as Lani Loli, who played Billy.
Oh, yeah.
Stupid.
It's hard work getting back to the future, present. past, present? I don't know.
Once my rift generator is complete,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
time and space will be within our grasp.
Engine, embryo, you had some little projects you wanted to tell me about?
He's so fucking tired of all this bullshit, Tanner.
And my potion will make me and them unstoppable.
I want to say that's Maurice LaMarche, but I haven't been able to find a source yet.
Guns or whatever.
Wonder if
Hasten your steps.
the official
By my
page
calculations, our
has the
enemies are
listed
already moving
voice
against
actors for
us,
them.
And we will prevail.
Oh, Entropy. Love you. Didn't have much of a role, ironically, in his debut game, but he seems to have presence in this, even if I do know a thing or two about the plot, which I won't speak on here.
Were you asking about, was it N-Jin you were asking about?
Embryo, actually.
Okay, all these N names.
Dimensional map. Welcome to the dimensional map. You can switch between Crash and COCO, change skins, and replay levels to take on time trials. So no hub system, like in 2 and 3. It's more of a Crash 1 sort of... Yes, let us grind the light fantastic. Let's go.
Oh, that's rad.
Might as well change to COCO and give her a shot at this.
Why not? Ooh, that looks like a funky skin you can get.
Crash and COCO basically play the same anyway, so it's just a palette swap more than anything.
So apparently Embryo was Tom Kenny in Nitro Fueled, but Maurice LaMarche in the Insane Trilogy, and I cannot find the answer for 4, so it's, well, looks like we're gonna need to read the credits when we get to it.
If we get to it, I think.
Which won't be today, I bet.
No, no.
This game has, what, 100-some levels?
Well, about 30 or so main levels, I believe, and then the rest of those are like inverted versions and like time trials and so on.
Ah, got it, got it.
Welcome to the show, your precious behold the aforementioned putts.
Don't
Me,
worry.
whenever I
We have
walk in a
game
room.
Where we fight, he loses. It's a well-established dynamic.
Not this time. I've got a backstage pass for you to get up close and personal with my weapon of mass percussion. I'm ready to rock. What?
Yeah, nullify that guy. The first of the quantum masks. Mighty Switch Force, basically.
I was just gonna say this is Mighty Switch Force.
I'm not going for like 100% and whatnot on my first run. If I miss a box, I miss a box. Otherwise, we'll just be here all day.
Plus, it is, again, a bit of a newer game, so it's not like the guides will all be ready to go.
Yeah. Having this on a trigger actually works pretty well.
I do like the little suit you get with it, too.
That's what's called incorrect timing, boys and girls.
See, I was gonna say depth perception myself.
Well, you're being kind to me, I suppose. There you go. Gotta use your bounces correctly, Tom.
You know what else had this as a gameplay feature was Guacamelee. That one had the world switching on a button there, which led to some crazy fights when you had to switch dimensions mid-fight.
Yeah, I think you might be right. Alright. Uh-huh. There we go. You're doing it, Tom. You're platforming.
So where do you stand on the people who say that this is a good place to start with Crash Bandicoot, even if you've never played the series before?
Oh, I'm not sure about that one, Tanner. This one kind of throws you in at the deep end and assumes you've played the other games.
That's how I'm definitely feeling. I definitely feel like when I saw an article about that, I'm like, 1, you can very easily just get the collection for like $20. And 2, this definitely starts you off with what feels like the hardest sort of, you know, platforming from the previous games.
Yeah. In case you're wondering, platforming feels very good. So no worries there.
So do the nitro crates count toward the crate percentage?
I believe they do, yes. You'll usually get a switch at the end of a level, which will break them all for you.
Got it, got it.
Stupid brain, stupid brain.
I think he's trying to trigger me, but I can't be triggered.
I like how Coco just does all this platforming while holding an iPad in her hand.
Why the hell not, mate? Yeah. Ah!
Hey, come on! Don't do that to the iPad!
Thankfully, we have the Wumper to guide us, much like the coins and rings of York!
Whoa, that was a bit close.
Well, missed a few boxes, but hey. I can come back for these in my own time, I guess. I still want the Wumper fruit, though. Oh, you little bitch. Come on, Tom. Stick to your word. It's the collectathon surge within me, you know?
So on a scale of Sonic Adventure 2 to Sonic Heroes, how does rail switching feel?
It feels great, actually.
Okay, Sonic Adventure 2, got it.
Ah, so you can't hold that, it seems.
Oh, that's interesting.
Very nice. And it gives you like a checkpoint that you're not forced into, so you can always like die if you need to redo those sections. Oh boy.
I like how he makes his own Ooga Booga sound, which is a lot of fun.
Also, dying in these sections does not count as a death, so fill your boots.
Oh, that's interesting. Like, in terms of actual life count?
Apparently so.
Wow, very nice.
Not this time, Satan. I'm invincible. Steady now, Tom.
I mean, honestly, like, this is already way more like big brain gaming than any of the other Crash levels, it feels like.
Got him. Love it.
Pretty dope. Yeah, so it seems like you have an alternate, like, life count in those sections, so that's pretty cool.
What is this guy's problem? Get out of here. Oh, that's nice. They have a little reticle and whatnot.
I will say I like the enemy design a lot more in this than any of the other Crash games. Because it felt like for some of the other Crash games, the enemy design was just like a human, you know, or a generic animal, where these, like, they have a nice cartoonish flair that fits the world.
Yeah. Sorry, I was just waiting to get him on the proper cycle and whatnot.
Surprising that it doesn't blow up those crates.
I'm on to you, sharks.
Oh, there's one above there? Yeah!
You cheeky bastard.
Performance so electrifying. may just spontaneously come back.
He's trying to trigger me, like I said before. It's not working. Gotta take your time. I'm not a Crash Bandicoot master. Not yet.
I like that rocket head back there. That's sick.
Hello. Nope. Not falling for it. Press circle too soon.
Just getting started.
Not too bad to say I missed a few here and there.
And again, like, when you're going in for your first try in these levels, you don't know what's coming up, right? So, you can't be expected to know 100%, you know, what's going to be going on every time.
Well, I have watched some videos of people playing, so I kind of know what to expect, but not the positions of all the boxes and one. I didn't get those memorized.
And plus, it is a different experience watching it than playing it.
Alright, what have we got next? Yeah, you better run. It's a new quantum mask over there. Ooh. Interesting. Which one do you fancy, Tanner?
You know, I think just for the theming of the level that we're in, let's go with the Marsupius Erectus. Plus, it says Erectus, which is a lot of fun.
Fair enough, mate. Oh, there's a new thing. Beat level to unlock time trials. Okay. Yes, I'm still seething about that one box in the first level. Thanks for asking.
I definitely like how the levels are still fun puns on Crash.
Come on now. Let's go, let's go. Can't wait for that PS5 and its improved loading times.
Ooh, is that a VHS tape?
It's a flashback tape, my boy. Yeah.
Hurry, little rat. You'll miss the show.
I feel like I didn't see Aku at all in that previous level.
You got him the one time in one of the platforming sections. I remember you got him there, but there was only the one.
Gotta be careful then. Imagine if they introduce a new no Aku mode.
Oh, that wouldn't be fun. I mean, it would be if you were one of those crazy people who likes every game to be Dark Souls.
Be good for a laugh, I guess. Anything hidden in here, you insane sadists? The answer is no. Gotta have a good eye with stuff like this.
There's gotta be something in there.
Can't jump on that one.
Oh, do you see up to the top left, though?
Is there something up there?
Well, it looks like you can go behind it.
I don't trust like that.
Alright.
It's another one of Tanner's classic tricks.
It's me playing the video game with my eyes in mind only.
That was my bee. Ooh.
Oh, hey, it's the boss of the Game Boy Advance game.
There you go.
The only reason I know that is because I watched some Call Me Johnny's review of it.
There you go. Just put a box out here, why not? Need the color gem, I believe.
Some nice arrows pointing where you need to go.
I saw a thing back there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like you can just barely get to that.
Love it.
Ah, that must have been you hit the box and that's what opened that.
You're always tempting me with more boxes even though I've already missed some.
More fruits, which you do need to get that, you know, get some of the gems. I like how it does incentivize collecting the fruits beyond just lives, because after a certain point you'll have so many lives that you're pretty good for a while at least.
Oh, they'll be draining soon enough, mate, don't you worry. Why not?
I think you're going to need to leave some of those on your way back so that you can come back with Lanny Lolly.
Possibly.
Or after hitting that.
Why the hell not? Oh, this is bad.
Well, you should still be able to make that jump from the first one. Yeah, getting your double jump back after hitting a box is very useful.
Why did I press circle? Why did I press circle?
I like how his shoes fly off there, even though he's not wearing them.
Just keep it moving, Tom. Into the death pit. Just straight into the death pit. Do not pass go. See, now I'm panicking. This is what Crash does to you. Stay away, Tom. Stay away.
There's way more branching pathways here than in any of the previous ones. I've seen more than a couple sections where it's like, you can go left or right here, and, you know, in this sort of game where if you're going for all the boxes, you'll have to take both.
Yeah.
But you'll only need the edge, because this show will melt your face off.
I think he's kind of overselling this show of his.
He's really hyping it up. It better actually blow my face off. Like that.
I didn't see the fire.
Me neither.
Man, it's good to have a non-Mario platformer in this day and age.
Yeah, they're really not something that you get that much beyond indie stuff, for sure. You know? You get a lot of indie ones, but you don't get the AAA platformers anymore, and it is nice, yeah.
Alright, let's go. Didn't get as many Wumpas as I thought I did. Alas. Although I guess a lot of those come from boxes, so...
That is true.
And, of course, when I died in the bonus thing, I didn't go back for it, so that probably didn't really help all that much. Rewind time, back to the 90s. Da-da-da, ah, okay.
I guess it would make sense that COCO was also there in Cortex's lab.
Because she just kind of appears in 2, you know?
Because instead we had Tana, and then Tana disappears after 1, and then Coco's just there and nothing is said about it. But I think this game, from what I've seen of a bit of a cutscene, it sort of addresses it.
It does, yeah.
Which is quite nice.
Bandicoot subject trial number 1.
So you got a little bit of a filter here.
are meant to be broken. They weren't placed as an impenetrable barrier. I'll redesign the other tests.
Oh, Cortex. I've heard people describe these as a Super Mario Maker tier bullshit, but hey, you know.
Fun!
Well, they're meant to test Crash. They're not meant to be a fucking holiday.
In fact, you know what? Watch them end up doing a thing where they make your own, you know, Cortex test levels in a future update. Just placing boxes on a grid.
Thank you, God, a checkpoint.
Still alive? Interesting.
That's the developers making this game.
Every jump in these games makes me want to have a panic attack, and that's a good thing.
For sure, it's a very like precise platformer, but not pixel precise at least. It's very much, you know, you have the whole 3D model to play with, but this is a perfect example of where you would play with the D-pad instead of the stick.
Oh yes.
You need those single tight button presses.
Yeah.
One try.
Test complete. Well done, subject.
I may suck, but only slightly less than usual.
So what do you get for these?
I don't know.
Well,
The satisfaction of beating them, Tanner.
I think the actual answer is probably some trophies and maybe an actual, like, you know, final outfit for beating them all, probably.
Yeah, definitely. What we got down here? Earn all platinum flashback relics. Oh my god. Not bad, not bad. There you go. Oh, that's cute.
It's pretty unga bunga. Let's go with that one.
Time to hit the road. Rocket Head. I get it.
So, is he, like, in a band now? Is that the thing they're going with? Because I never really got him and music ever being connected, ever.
I don't know. I guess he's just bored. I mean, Cortex must have been gone a while.
Yeah, I guess, you know, nothing else to do. Pick up an instrument, start playing, you know, join a Discord, meet a few members, you know, organize a meetup.
The idea of Jin getting in a Discord call and someone saying, like, dude, we have to restart the call, you got a robot voice.
Yeah, can you fix your filter? And he's just like, that's how I speak.
Onga bonga eyebrows, let's go.
You know, they give her this whole unique outfit, you know, cave woman style, and yet there she still is with her iPad.
Yeah, I've heard people complain about that, among many other things.
Like, literally, stone tablets are right there.
What's the point of this pit? Just to fall into it?
Can you try sliding into that grate? What would you call this, this level theme?
This is, I want to say industrial punk, maybe Mad Max.
I was gonna say desert punk myself.
Yeah. Oh, can't be doing that, Tom. Jump on him. You'll notice I have many lives already. Don't worry, that will change. There you go.
Nice. Get that big gold Wumpa.
Sorry, I thought I saw an exclamation thing down there.
That pit is very curious. Maybe it's a thing for the Redux level. You know, maybe there'll be a gimmick that involves going down there for something.
Yeah, maybe. I'm not entirely sure when the inverted levels come into play, actually.
I'm gonna probably bet after you beat the game. You know, like the green stars.
Huh. Yeah, maybe. I'm not sure if the fire crates are new or not.
Yeah, I definitely don't remember those from previous ones. Because even though I myself never played them, also that's garbage.
Yeah, not super a fan of that.
Even though I myself never played them, I've certainly watched a number of playthroughs of them, be it speedrun style or just, you know, casual ones.
Alright, we're not going to touch the top of the screen now. The game don't like that. Fuck. Game doesn't like that either. And now I've lost my precious gems. Fucking hell, Coco, get it together. Well, at least it's fun to watch me die, I suppose.
Yeah, because if everyone played the game the same way, it'd be boring. You need those twists.
If you can call me being terrible a twist. Huh. Do you have to not die to get that?
Let me maybe give it a look up.
I think you might have to, Tanner. Alright, what nightmare 2D section have you got for me this time? Oh, you mean?
You do have to not die to get to them.
Right. You know what? I'm good. I'm good with getting the rest. Not really doing my due diligence getting all these gems now, but hey, that's Entom time.
Honestly though, I definitely feel like when you're playing a game for the first time, the expectation to 100% it like from the get-go, if it's your first time playing it, I think that's a little much.
Maybe.
I'm definitely of the opinion where it's like, if you're just getting started, you want to get the ropes before you really go in for that big hundo.
Yes, the big hondo indeedo. Some tricky platforming in this one, Tanner. Maybe I'm relying too much on the double jump.
I think the big thing is just making sure that when you land, you're looking at that yellow circle more than your actual distance, because the depth perception of, this game is definitely one that's a bit weird, because it's not 100% the same as the old games in terms of the distance you can go.
Yeah, there we go. Was not paying attention to that first one, and you do not get many invincibility frames.
I was just gonna say, there was like almost no iframes from that.
I'm strong, I can do this. There you go, Tom. Easy does it now, easy. There you go, you got it, you got it. Get out of here.
I do like how as soon as you hit them, they're just like, oof, my knee, and fall and die immediately.
A spectacle so incredible you won't believe your eyes, or ears, or failing internal organs.
I mean, my organs already are failing internally just because, quarantine diet, not going the best.
Why, Tom? The lore of precious boxes was too much to bear.
Just get that feeling.
I have died many times in this level. We say no to boxes in this household.
As soon as you miss one, it's pretty much just like, alright, I'm good. I don't need to focus on them at all.
Oh, steady now, Tom. Ouch. Gotta pay attention to the background and the foreground.
Sadly, it does not seem like our dimension-shifting stuff gets rid of those. Oh, it got rid of that one, though. Oh god, Donkey Kong Country with mighty Switch Force.
I see you this time, you fiery bitch.
The best show you'll ever see.
Is that the Twitch logo there?
You know, you're not the first person I've seen make that comparison.
It's just the square and the purple together, you know?
Again, I press the circle when I mean to press the triangle. Or even the square. There's absolute bastards making me want to go into those nitro things.
It is admittedly very wild how quick this game ramps up.
I mean, this is what, the second world?
Yeah, this is like, what, the 5th level? And here we are, and it's like, this looks like what some games' end games look like.
Oh, that one was about to sound fire. I should have been paying attention. Huh?
See a ball there.
Why did that happen?
Oh, hey, wasn't this in previous Crash games, the ball?
I think this might have been from Wrath of Cortex, actually.
Yeah, well that makes sense, they're kind of redeeming it.
Don't you slow down, Tom. Don't you do it.
The physics look a bit different here, too, with the ball.
In a good way, mind. Whew. It was being very generous there, I have to say.
You can tell that there's a lot of leeway with some of these, because there's moments where you're like, that should have been it, but they let you have it.
Gotta keep the fun levels up.
You gotta balance the fun and the frustrating.
I believe boxes broken by engine or whoever's driving that sucker do actually count towards your total, but don't quote me on that.
Oh, well that makes sense. It's just broken, right? As long as they break, because you hit an enemy into it, they count, so yeah, it makes sense.
Oh, that was a chunky boy.
We actually didn't miss too many, all things considered.
It's not a default dance, calm down. Well, I got all the Wumpa Fruit ones. Didn't get the hidden one, but that's fine. Let's go. And now we go back to Crash. I want to get at least one other optional character in before we close out this quick look.
And you know how far we are from that?
Somewhat, yes. I believe it's the next world.
Alright, sounds good. It's a big old robot over there, huh?
Go back to normal. All these skins popping up, taunting me.
Yeah, there's a good number of them.
Yeah, robot versus robot.
Why not? That just makes sense.
I'm into Screamo now. Rah. Alright, engine, whatever floats your boat, mate.
Well, you see, while he Cortex was gone, he got a Spotify subscription.
Alright, all you bloodthirsty lunatics. Put your freaky little hands together for Rocket Head!
Oh, is it just the pun on Rocket? Is that literally where it came from?
I guess so. And he seems to be using one of the quantum masks to power this shit.
2, 3, 4. Prepare for a beating, Bandicoots.
Get out of here.
You're ruining my solo!
Immediately, this is fairly interesting for a boss fight because it's not just a small square arena.
Yeah, thankfully. Keep it going, Tom.
Stay with the metal. Don't like death metal.
Oh boy, here it comes. I've seen these described as bullet hell.
See, I just see Guitar Hero right now myself.
Fair enough, right? And thankfully, owing to my knowledge of, seeing this fight before through other means, they do actually checkpoint you at different stages of the fight.
Oh, well, that's good. That's good. There's nothing worse than going to beat a boss and then, like, right at the very end you lose and have to do the whole thing again. Another quality of life thing is seeing the time. That's so nice.
The show must go on.
Getting a bit tricky, you know?
I wonder if this is, like, meant to be a joke on the fact that Activision, who, with Crash, they made Rock Band.
Huh. I don't know. But, it's interesting to think about. Damn.
It's just because of how they're coming down the path, right? Like, it's so much like, those music rhythm games.
Yeah, no, understandable completely. This is not an optimal run anymore. Yeah, this is fun.
Little more ridiculous than any of the, average Crash battles, because I just think of the one with the fat chief from Crash 1, where it's just like, that is such a nothing boss, and here we go with this, right?
Well, honestly, if there's a weak point in the Crash Bandicoot series, it's always kind of been the bosses. Like, they're fine characters, but the actual fights are just... eh.
Yeah, definitely.
Please give me the third rocket, baby. Thank you. I'm coming for you, you son bitch.
Oh god, they're adding moving stuff?
Can I jump on top of this? Apparently not. Oh no.
You really know how to make it.
Ooh, you got it.
We'll do this the hard way.
Oh, fuck me.
Oh, come on. It's like looking like Frogger over here.
Hello, Rocket Baby, where are you?
I just saw one spawn in, like, way at the side when he was already leaving.
It's cool, it's cool.
I like it mixing in the Crash kind of xylophone music there.
Oh no, my precious rock band. I spent so much money. Oh my god, you're right, this is absolutely Frogger.
Thankfully there's no time limit yet. And there it is, okay.
Just had to say something, didn't you?
It's my job. That's what I'm literally here for. That's what Let's Players do, they speak.
That was a fun boss fight.
Yeah, that's awesome.
beautiful creation.
Oh.
Akano!
I did think it was a bit early to be getting the second mass, to be fair.
Yeah, it was like, huh, we barely used, Lan and Loli for like, just a couple levels, and, well, it looks like we're pursuing Akano, who sounds like a Bionicle name.
I've noticed there's like 2 to 3 levels per world, when usually it's about 5 or so maybe there's just more worlds than usual.
That's what I'm expecting, because, yeah, like, there's only been a couple with a consistent theme there for it, but then again, maybe once you unlock the extra characters, they'll just add extra branching parts to that.
Alright. Going old school, baby. Booty calls. Oh, I like me a bit of a pirate level in Crash, so I do.
Definitely one of my favorite themes. A nice, tropical, piratey world. Oh, so good.
If this was PS5, it would have already been loaded.
This would have also taken up your entire hard drive, because oof.
Yikes, oof.
You hear about the new Call of Duty taking up 250 gigabytes?
Get the fuck out of here.
And so people are saying, it's a pretty bold move to make it so that gamers literally can't install another game on their system.
Well, apparently you can also select which parts you want to uninstall as well, which is good.
That's good, yeah. This was one that was shown off in some of the gameplay previews, I remember now.
Yeah.
There was not as many enemies. In fact, I think there was none.
Well, we're gonna have a fun time in this level, I think, Tanner.
And I still stand by. These enemy designs are way better than anything in the previous games.
Alright, I'm trusting you didn't put a secret box up there, Toys for Bob.
Are there invisible boxes?
Not invisible, but there's definitely some that are off screen.
Oh, yeah. It's Davy Jones! Let's air combo him!
He's done.
That's about indicative of Kingdom Hearts 3's difficulty.
Yeah, it's not the hardest game in the series, for sure.
It's not. Well, until you try and fight Yusora, and then you cry.
Like, the fuck you were thinking?
8 hours. 8 hours it took me.
Hey, but you did it, mate.
I did, and then I cried and have said, well, that's it. No more Kingdom Hearts for a while, because I'm done.
You picking up Melody of Memory?
Oh, of course, because that's, it's just like a theater rhythm game, and the theater rhythm games are super great, so I will gladly enjoy that. Still deciding whether I should get it on Switch or PS4, though, just for the fact that, do I want consistency with all the games on one system, or do I want the portability, even though I really don't leave my house with my Switch anymore?
Look at all these boxes just passing me by, it's fine.
Getting big Billy Hatcher vibes from this right now.
A little bit, I see it.
Just, the pirate world is the one that I, would play a lot, because it's like the second world, so you'd get there and probably stop playing Billy Hatcher.
Okay, I was wondering what was going on there, because like it was going, whoa, but hey. Also, you little bitch, you want some? That's what I thought. Seems to be multiple instances of Crash and COCO being helped thus far. By who, I wonder?
You're right, I just noticed that. Very interesting.
Pressure plates, very good, very good. That's not good.
Oop, nope. Does it come back up?
Thank God it does.
That's smart level design. Because if you didn't, then that's just being a jerk. And thankfully, we don't have Blockbuster's mandated jerk gameplay stuff.
Feel like I've missed something here, Tanner.
Back in the day, Blockbuster, because they were such a big force for, like, you know, game rentals and stuff, they would actually tell developers to make their games harder so that people go and rent them multiple times.
Makes sense, I guess.
Yeah, they said if you can beat the game in one sitting and have no issues, then it's not a good game for being sold at Blockbuster, which is wild that Blockbuster had that amount of pull to begin with.
Yeah. For better or worse. No, I'm good.
There's some crazy puzzling stuff going on here that I'm trying to figure out with my mind's eye, and I can't really see it.
I'm good. I'm good. God, this game looks nice.
It does. It is, you know, definitely a perfect example of how art style is more important than actual, like, realistic fidelity. Because I feel like if this game came out in, like, 2009, we'd see Crash with, like, super realistic fuzz on his body, and, you know, there'd be, like, all these bright, shining, you know, cinematic things. It's like, nah, you just want it to look good.
Oh, interesting. Keep forgetting there's a hidden gem on each level. Okay, can't take those head on, duly noted.
Yeah, you gotta wait till they turn around and reveal their tuchus. Whoa! Momentum.
Easy now, Tom, easy.
I think you can jump on him.
Oh, and Tom knows, mate, and Tom knows.
Much like how with Spyro, you basically have to say, is this a charge enemy or is this a, you know, a fire enemy? With this, it's, is this a jump enemy or a spin enemy? You know, dude, if you're wearing ripped pants that day, maybe also don't put on your heart-shaped underwear.
Yeah. Bit tacky.
You just like, you know, socks and sandals. It's very similar to that. I absolutely wear socks and sandals, by the way.
Of course you do, you're Canadian.
Because some days it's like you go out and it's way too cold, and then in the afternoon it's way too hot, so you just gotta find it, you know? Find that mix.
Nice. Could have done worse.
No deaths, though.
Nice. Kinda wanted Pirate Crash, but I'll take what I can get.
It's interesting that it is, you have to get everything in the level to get those costumes, you know? Because it says, like, 4 of 6, and it's like, why would you even say that when I can just say you need everything done in the level?
Alright, let's play a bit of hook, line, and sinker. I'm just going to ignore the other character icon there. Oh no! Looks like we're getting a bit of help here, Tanner, from an unlikely source.
Do you know if the extra characters have costumes as well?
That's a negatory, sadly.
Well, who knows? Maybe they might do a bit of DLC in the future, a few extra levels, maybe, you know, flashback tape ones for them if they don't have them, something like that.
Crash, spin, crash.
Well, but he needs to get that momentum started, and he doesn't want to rip COCO to shreds.
Hang on, guys, I'm coming.
So, let's get this out of the way. What do you think about Torna?
Okay, my only thing I don't like is the highlights in the hair. I think everything else is fine, and I saw someone recolor the highlights out of the hair, and I'm like, yeah, I think that looked better.
I don't understand why people react the way they do. I think, you know, I've tried to, it's just irrational to me. But I feel like, yeah, you can salvage, quote-unquote, a thing like this with some little tweaks and whatnot.
I think overall, I like her design here. I mean, I definitely think it's better than the design she had in the original games. I don't even know what you'd call the original design other than, you know, 90s bait.
I feel like it's a bit Jessica Rabbit-esque, actually.
Yeah, the original was very Jessica Rabbit, and I think this is better for someone to play as, for sure.
Already missed some stuff, but that's fine. I'll cry about it later. But gameplay-wise, I've got no complaints. She actually feels pretty good.
Easy to find hidden gem.
Quote unquote. Yeah. Bit of parkour. I mean, you've already taken Sonic's lunch with the grinding and whatnot.
So in this game, Tawna is voiced by Ursula Taharian.
Okay. I was trying to jump over him. Wasn't happening.
Ursula, this is pretty much her first major role. Because her other roles were side characters in Saints Row, Descendants, and a villain in Minecraft Story Mode. So, this is her first big go.
I'm gonna be honest, in some of the lines I've heard from Tawna throughout the game, yeah, that definitely makes sense that she's a newbie, but there's room to improve. Yeah, that's fun. So every character we've played so far controls well and feels good to play, so...
And just for, you know, to let people know, there are at least 1 or 2 more characters even.
Nice. Why, Tom?
Yo, that dude's a zoner.
That's one word for it, I guess.
That's a long-range command grab.
There you go.
Yeah, the hook shot is very useful for stunning them from afar.
Damn. Very afar.
That was a bit close.
Yes, it surely was. Whenever I think pirates, I kind of think of Croc 2 for some reason.
Gonna be honest, I have zero anything with the Croc series.
It's fine, don't worry.
It's one of those real old, you know, games that I just never played. Like Glover.
Well, looks like somebody's out of the Glover Appreciation fan club.
See, that's not the case because I actually have Glover now, so I can join it eventually. Picked it up at a garage sale for like $3.
Maybe those $3 are more than Glover is worth.
You know what? You might not be wrong.
Oh, I don't hate Glover. I never really played Glover all that much. Okay, I guess I'll jump on these like a savage.
It is a bit strange to see a character with very sort of human-esque proportions doing some of the Crash platforming. Just the jumping on crates specifically. It just looks a bit weird, you know, based on the proportions.
I'm not going to deny that. Didn't even need to do that. I'm just flexing in it.
100% a section where you need that yellow circle at the bottom.
Good job I know about that ahead of time.
Eyes on target.
Ah, only missed a few. So yeah, Tawna feels good to control.
Tana, you absolutely missed the wire with the sword. It's right. It's a little bit to your left, just a little bit more. There you go.
Ah, fuck!
Thank you so much. Wait, Tana? But you're different. You're not from our universe.
Nice.
It's good to see you guys. It's been a long time for me.
How
Lost
long
touch of your
exactly?
universe too,
I don't like that tone.
Yeah, you could say that.
What are you not telling us?
What did we like die or something? What? No, nope, no, no, definitely.
Uh-oh.
Not. So how are things
Uh-oh, red flags going up.
Yeah, I think we're in the Crash Falls timeline.
Huh. So, what you collecting? Crystals? Gems?
Masks.
Ooh, fun. Well, good luck with that.
Wait, you're not coming?
Sorry, I fly solo. But I'll lend a hand where I can. In fact, I already have.
See what I say, Tana? I wanted a big sister. It's okay, Crash will dress up again.
I wouldn't even be surprised if there's like some Crash Tutu costume.
That's not Crash 2 twice. It's, well, whatever. See, I can take or leave Taunton's new, like, radical design. I think it's more punk than whatever the fuck people are calling it, but, you know, if you dislike it, whatever. If you like it, whatever. I think, as a character, she controls well enough for me to enjoy the gameplay, and that's really all I care about.
I like that it is an excellent prompt. It's not yes or okay, it's excellent! Because she's, you know, done up in an 80s style.
Indeed. Alright guys, this is the end of the quick look, so here's everyone who's currently pledged, but this is absolutely turning into a full run. So, yeah, providing the names have all gone and whatnot, I guess we're going to sign off now, and we'll see you next time for the continuation of Crash Bandicoot 4. It's about time. I'm loving this so far, guys. See you then.